So, good morning or good night, depending on where you are, and welcome to another album review of The Shield on a Couch. I'm your host, Hector, and today we're going to talk about the brand new album by Finnish goth rock band The 69 Eyes. And the new album is called Depth of Darkness. So, a quick bio for those of you that don't know The 69 Eyes. They started in the 90s. They're from Finland and they are very contemporary with a band like Him. So they've been known as like the vampires from Finland. And they were more known at the beginning of the 2000s where they were featured in that Viva La Bam show that was huge back in the 2000s. And they kept on releasing music, changing a little bit their sound. First of all, they were more like in the rock side, but the goth has taken over, especially the vocals by Jerky 69. Think of like Elvis Presley. Has like a son with the Misfit singer, and that's the style of vocals that Jerky plays. So this new album has 10 new songs, and they had already released like 4 or 5 songs. They did like an EP with a few of the songs, and they did that to like reintroduce their music to the world. So this is an album that if you like Him, for example, you will enjoy this. It's very much rooted in like rock and roll and goth sounding. The vocals for Jerky are very similar all the way. Like he can do like a crooning, sexy voice, and he can also do more like rock and roll style of vocals. The album is a pretty like it's not super fast paced, but it's an album that really keeps you interested because there's a lot of catchy numbers on it. The album starts with Depth of Darkness, and Depth of Darkness is such a great track. Especially, I like the keyboards that they use on it. They do that, doo, 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 and the keyboards go well with the guitars. And the vocals, when he's singing like Depth of Darkness, you can really like feel that goth influence on it, and it's a great number to start the album with, and it gives you a pretty concise feeling of what the album sounds like. This is not an album that you would say has a lot of like variations in style. Like pretty much like the songs have like a core sound. So they have, they have catchy choruses, they have like that gloomy goth rock feel to them. But they also have tracks that are more fast-paced and a little bit more like classic glam rock from the 80s. For example, a song like Drive and California, which both are singles, are great examples of this. Like there are songs that really would not have been out of place in that decadent era of the 80s. And Drive is all about, driving fast, getting to where you gotta go. And California talks about, California, excesses of drug abuse and things like that. So they're very both catchy numbers. Then you have a song like Gotta Rock that is like an anthem, when you hear the choruses like Gotta Rock, it's like a song that really would pump you up. But you also have like more introspective tracks like This Murder Takes Two, and that's a slower track. And the way that when he's singing the chorus, it sounds a little bit like Typo Negative in some parts. And you have songs like Call Me Snake, which is really catchy as well. And the guitars on this album are really clean sounding, and I like how they sound. So they did a great job on this. And the album closes with a song that's longer, like Outlaws, and it has a little bit of like a country feel to it, but obviously with the goth rock. So in conclusion, this is an album that is very enjoyable. If you like goth rock and if you like bands like Him, this will fill a void now that Him is no longer, even though Bill Balo has an album. But yeah, it's not an album that you need to analyze the lyrics through and through. It's an album that you can enjoy. Like you can go to a drive and just put on this album and just enjoy it, because at the end of the day, it's a fun, catchy album that has elements of golf rock, classic rock, and 80s glam to it. So in a nutshell, that's Depth of Darkness by the 69 Eyes. So if you like that description that I given from the band, check this out when it comes out this Friday, because it's a really cool concept. And if you want to know more about this album, I also did an interview with the guitar player of the album, so that will be going up this Friday. So until next time, people, this is Hector, the Shield Dude on a Couch. Do not forget to subscribe, and I'll see you right here on the couch. Thank you, and good night.